Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are back with another video. Now, I am sorry for the weird gaps in the schedule. However, I did just turn 16 about a week and a half ago, so I got a lot on my plate, honestly. So uploads may not be as frequent. However, I'm going to try my best, obviously. Today's video is going to be more personal, more down to earth, more like raw and relatable, I guess. There's not going to be any edits. This is just going to be raw footage. Yeah, today we are going to be talking about additions to my personal collection. Now, to get started, we're going to go in chronological order. So the first one out of these 6, I picked up Herba Gold. Now, I did review this one on the channel about 2 weeks ago or so, and yeah, I reviewed it probably as soon as I got it. There was a big piece of time where I didn't really get any new fragrances. I'm not sure why, but this was the first one I got when the break was over. So Herba Gold is great. It's one I've paid at a pretty decent price, which was $180, which is up there with the most I've ever spent on a fragrance besides Steadily, which was $250 from a friend. But I spent $180 on this for full presentation, the box, everything came with it. Zerhoff is one of the only brands I would pay full presentation for. I mean, it's like honestly great. So if you're interested in more of unboxing side of things, go check out the video on this. I did unboxing on it. Yeah, it's a great experience just to open. And honestly, the experience of the fragrance itself is also great. Overall, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Scent, maybe too synthetic for some, but I love the fruit and the icy kind of feeling to it. So scent wise, I'd give it an 8. Performance, a 9. So super heavy for the summer. However, like, it's airy enough to wear in the summer, if that makes sense. It's super fresh, nice and refreshing. So don't be scared to wear 5 to 7 sprays of this. I mean, it's great. It's one of my favorite summer fragrances. So up next, I picked up Bond Number 9 Fide, which was nice because I needed a Bond Number 9. I didn't need, but I wanted a Bond Number 9 to add to the collection. One of my goals was to pick up a fragrance from almost every brand that I could, and I think I've been doing a pretty good job at that. So that's the backstory behind this. My buddy had it, traded away my Mancera Cinque Terre. I had 3 Manceras at the time, which was Cinque Terre, Cedrat Posé, and Instant Crush. However, I did not wear Cinque Terre whatsoever, so why not give it away? So it's a pretty even trade. Retail value for this is $460. That's a little steep for me. I wouldn't pay that much. Discounters, it's $130, which is a much more reasonable price. But again, I did trade for it, so I don't really have to pay anything. This, I also did a video on, so if you want to go check that out, feel free. I'll link everything in the description. Yeah, I wear this a lot. Like, between these two, I wear these two a lot. They're a pretty good balance between airy and good performance, which is why I like them. They perform pretty well, sillage wise. So they leave a pretty big scent trail, which I've always liked. That's kind of more my style. Yeah, this one's like peppery up front, and then it gets more smooth and lavender-ish down at the base. So pretty luxurious fragrance. Obviously, it's a Bond Number 9, so it's niche. Next up, I got my hands on Initio Side Effects. I know that's kind of random in the middle of summer, but you know, you gotta have it in the collection if you're really into fragrances. I bought this off of a friend for $175, which was about discounted price. I think it goes for $180 and $185 at the cheapest I've seen. I'm not gonna lie, Side Effect is overhyped for me. I'm not a terribly huge fan of it. Obviously, it smells good, but I mean, nothing special to me. It smells like baby powder with a touch of like Aperol or rum. So if you're into that, nice. Otherwise, I wouldn't pay $180 for that. You only get a 3-ounce too, so you're getting 75 milliliters, I believe. No, that's way too low. You get 90 milliliters, I believe. So it's pretty steep price for a dense package. However, obviously the performance is great. It's Initio. You're always gonna have pretty good performance coming from Initios. I just don't see the major hype behind this stuff. And my bottle is also chipped, which kind of sucks. I don't know if you could see that or not, but yeah, I mean, for me it's not really doing it, but from a collector's standpoint, gotta have it in there. So that's why I picked it up. I just paid up front $175 in cash. I wanted Narcotic Delight, but I couldn't get my hands on that in time, so I suited myself with Side Effect. I also want to pick up Absolute Aphrodisiac, Grand Swore, a lot of fragrances. I'll talk about that in the future, or I'll pull up my list at the end of this video. But yeah, overall 6.5 out of 10 for me. This Fide, I'd say, is an 8 out of 10. Next up, after that, I got this off of another buddy for a banging $50. Replica Never Ending Summer. Now, this one is fairly new. I have not seen it on discounters yet, so I was pretty hyped when I got the offer for $50. Obviously, it's a little used, but retail on this is $135. I'm not gonna pay that, so $50 for me is great. Mesa Margiela Replica. I've never had a replica before, and I went to Sephora and Kohl's, and I smelled everything, all the replicas. This stood out to me a lot. Only downside is performance is not that great. However, this is one of those scents that you're gonna wear in 90 or 95 degree weather. This pairs well with something like Terre de Mez Eau Givre. So these two are like citrus bombs. This one's more windy. This one is more focused on the mandarin orange side of things. It gets more sweet. It's more green. Yeah, overall, this is my favorite citrus fragrance. Like, hands down, like pure citrus. Sadly, it has a bit of wood in there and whatnot, but like if we're talking pure citrus, Never Ending Summer. Again, performance not great. Price also not great yet. Replicas, they usually go for around 50 or 60 bucks on discounters, depending on which one you find. So when this gets on there, that is an instant steal. It literally smells like an orange. So if you like oranges, you'll like this stuff. Yeah, $50 for this stuff. And after that, I got these in today. These two. Dolce & Gabbana K and Montblanc Explorer. They did just release a Explorer Absolute, I believe. Whatever the new flanker is. I heard it's more of a spin-off of Creed Absolute Aventus rather than just a regular Creed. However, this one has its differences. It's not as fruity. Like, I understand if you mix these two, Cedrat Rosé and Explorer, you might get like Aventus, but these two are in the same wheelhouse, but there's definitely differences. Yeah, in terms of scent, this is the hands down, like I will say this with my chest, the best fragrance on the market for your money. $30 on our fragrance. Performance, it's you're gonna be smelled, but it's not gonna be like a instant crush type of scent trail, but like arm's length away for about 3 or 4 hours, lasting up to 7 on skin. I'd go 6 to 8 sprays on this. This stuff does get pretty strong. It's Dior Sauvage-ish. So it's warm, spicy, woody, aromatic. Leather in there too. So like your manly, it's a very basic manly scent. However, if you just want to smell good, 30 bucks to this, you'll be set. Like, I'm telling you, compared to Nautica Voyage, God bless. Anybody who wears Nautica Voyage, props to you. You have some boldness to you. But, like, save up 10, 15 more bucks. This will last you way longer. You won't have to spray 20 sprays on to be smelled as much as a body mist that a teenage girl wears from Bath and Body Works. So literally just invest a tiny bit more into Montblanc Explorer. You'll be more attractive, more masculine. All of the above, dude. Like, this one's a 9 out of 10 for me, hands down. All things considered, price, performance, scent, 9 out of 10. This one, Dolce & Gabbana K. I've heard mixed opinions on it. I haven't opened it, still in the cellophane. It's not for me, it's for a client. I am going to be selling it sometime this week. So, it's not mine. I'm not going to open it because I'm not disrespectful. Everything else here is mine until I sell it, which I might. You never know. Make some money back, replace it, buy a new fragrance off the profits. That's my whole thing. So Dolce & Gabbana K. On the box here, on the back, it says chili pepper, lavender, and vetiver, which to me already sounds more mature, not really up my alley. I think I've smelled this in store a couple times. I'm not too fond of it. I don't think a lot of people are. However, if you do get down for vetiver and more mature scents like this, I think you'll like this. This is that nice basic kind of old man type of scent. And I'm not saying you have to be 60 to wear this stuff because I'm selling it to a 20-year-old, but it's definitely a acquired taste when it comes to vetiver. So in terms of 2 months of collecting, 6 more fragrances, that's around a fragrance every 10 days. Not too shabby. If we keep going at that rate, I'll have 36 by the time next year. So stay tuned for more reviews. I'll try and get videos out. Quality may decrease a little bit just so I don't burn myself out. However, I'm going to keep it honest with you guys. I do enjoy making content. It gets to a point though. So this is the recent additions to the collection. I hope you guys like the risers too. I think these look pretty dope. So if you guys want to see more videos, stay tuned, stick around, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Peace.